Hello and welcome back here to Mandy Greenmund Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, as we sit here on day 17 of the Scenic City Collegiate League season. We get ready for the top of the first between the Bandits and the Nooga Choos here. The Bandits will be the road team, Choos at home. We will have Mandy Ray Leach lead us off here for the Choos on the mound, where number 13 once more will make her appearance here today. For this Bandit squad, though, we'll go ahead and look at their lineup really quickly. But first of all, my name is Mason Strong. I'll be your broadcaster once more between these two sides here on Game 2 of Day 17. After a 10-7 victory for the Rain over the Smokies earlier today, Abby Ferris, tonight's left fielder, will lead us off here against Mandy Ray Leach. As the first pitch to her will be down in the zone for a ball, and we're underway here for Game 2 on Day 17. So Ferris, tonight's left fielder, wearing number 9, will lead us off. Reagan Walls, tonight's center fielder, will wear 24, hitting second. Mila Harder, the newest addition to this Bandit squad, will hit third. She will play second and wear number 4. The next pitch called a strike, 1-1. So Mila Harder will hit third at second base. Lindsey Henson back in the lineup will be on the mound today, hitting fourth. Ella Grace Harvey at third base will hit fifth. It's the 1-1 now to Abby Fair, stays high for 2-1. Tatum Massigiel moves back to short. She will hit sixth once more. Dallas Wagoneer will be hitting seventh behind the plate once again. Addie Lewis in right field will wear number 7, hitting eighth. And Ryan Presswood will play first base today as Abby Ferris hits to the shortstop side. Fox has got it, throws to first in time, out number 1. And now it'll bring up Reagan Wall for the first time today, so Presswood will wear number 5 and hit ninth. She will be at first base today, as once again it'll be Fairs, Reagan Wall, and Mila Harder for the first time in the Bandits uniform to lead us off here today. So Reagan Wall steps up. We'll see the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. One of the leading hitters this season in the Scenic City Collegiate League, headed off to Georgia Tech next year. Comes to the plate once more, this time against Mandy Ray Leach. Now drives this one out towards shallow left center field. Trying to get underneath it will be the new center fielder, Macy Andrews. She will for out number 2. So 6 pitches and 2 outs as Reagan Wall pops out to left center. And now it brings up Mila Harder for the first time this year, the rising senior from Chatham County Central High School from Ashland City, Tennessee. Hits the first pitch she sees down the first base line. That's a fair ball. Going to right field. Harder's going to try and turn for 2. She'll make it in standing. As the first pitch she'll see, she puts down the first base line. Demers can't grab it. And a double with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Mila Harder with the first pitch she sees just pulls it down that first base line. And now it brings up Henson with 2 outs and a runner at second. Funny enough, not even in the right uniform as she's in her Smokies jersey today. This one's on the outside for a strike, 0-for-1. So Henson, who's in her Smoky uniform that she was wearing earlier, will now sky this one out to center field. Andrews is there, out number 3. So 1 hit allowed. A runner gets stranded at second, and Harder, outside of that, 1-2-3 inning for Mandy Ray Leach to start us off against the Bandits. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Choos and Bandits tied at 0 apiece here from Mandy Greenmund Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. Choos will come up to hit against Lindsey Henson. We'll be back in just a moment for the bottom half of the first. Bottom of the first inning, no score here after the top of the first. Bandits and Choos tied at nothing apiece here. Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here in the Scenic City Collegiate League, Choos come up to hit. Lindsey Henson will step back out to the mound. Had an inning of work just a moment ago for the Smokies earlier today. As in her outing, she went an inning of work, faced 5 batters, gave up 2 hits and a run, not earned, and then struck out 2, gave up no walks. She'll step out to the mound once more. For the Choos, though, coming up to start us off, Cassidy Ross, tonight's third baseman, wearing number 6. Christian Fowler will follow her up at second base, wearing number 2. Ella Fox, who hit 2 homers earlier today, will be hitting third at shortstop. First pitch to Ross is fouled off for strike 1. Ariana Clark will hit fourth, tonight's DP, wearing number 14. Deanna Cunningham will step in for the Choos today, still wearing her number 9 behind the plate. Macy Andrews will hit 6th in center field, wearing number 1, and Maria Horner will step in left field, wearing number 7. The next pitch to Ross, down in the zone, 1-1. Demers will hit 8th. Tonight's the first baseman will wear 16 once more, and Frankie Martins will be in right field once again, wearing number 11 in the 9th spot. Once again, Leach on the mound for the Choos today. But now Henson out there for the Bandits in her Smokies uniform, funny enough. It's the next one, 8.5, called a strike, 1-2. So Henson, who is a primary part of this Bandits team, in a Smokies uniform that she played in earlier today, just didn't pack the Bandits one. It happens. I get it. Comes up 1-2 now to Ross. On the outer half, called a strike, 1 away. Ross goes down on strikes to lead us off here. After on that third, having a heck of a day where she went 4 for 5 with a triple and 3 singles. Now it brings up Christian Fowler, tonight's second baseman. First pitch stays high in the zone for ball 1. Fowler last time hit her first home run of the season, a 3-run shot against the Smokies on the third. She also collected a double and a single. She fouls this one off for a strike, 1-1. It'll be Ella Fox to hit next, but for Fowler now, tonight's second baseman, the utility player. Hitting second today against Henson. Now has nobody on and 1 away here. No score in the bottom of the first. She'll hit it hard to the second base side. Knocked down for the moment by Lewis. The first in time, 2 away. Two down here for Ella Fox. Had a 3 RBI day in game 1. Comes back for this Choos squad. Hit a solo and a 2-run homer earlier. Has 6 doubles this season. Sits tied with Macy Strickland and Ella Grace Harvey for second this year. That one sits outside for her, ball 1. So for Fox from the University of North Carolina, the rising sophomore. See the 1-0 from Henson, sees it high, 2-0. Funny enough, these two were just on the same team a moment ago when they played in that first game against the Smoky Mountain Rain, both of them for the Smokies. They now face off against one another here between mound and plate. 2-0 is hit to the first base side. Presswood has it, goes to first, out, number 3. 1-2-3 inning for Henson, a strikeout, no hits, no errors, nobody gets left on base. We go to the top of the second inning. No score here between the Bandits and the Choos through 1. We'll be back in just a moment here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the second inning. No score here between the Bandits and the Choos here as we go to this top half of the second frame. As it'll be Ella Grace Harvey, 5, 6, and 7 coming up now for the Bandits after a mostly 1, 2, 3 and a double brought in by the Bandits there in the top half. Amanda Leach will come in for her second inning of work. Mississippi native will step across from Ella Grace Harvey. Again, tied second this year with, funny enough, Ella Fox at shortstop for the Choos with the second most doubles this year, 6 for both of them. They also sit tied with Strickland. That one's on the outer half for a strike, 0-1. So Harvey comes in. Massengale would hit next. As she now skies this one towards shallow center field. Macy Andrews will be there, out number 1. And now it brings up Massengale. Tonight, shortstop once more. So try and pull up all my statistics here. I apologize, I'm not getting anything out there for you all. I don't know if you really care enough for it, but next pitch outside, Massengale will see ball 1. Fortunately, just having some issues here, but that's okay. Stream's running fine. The ball game's running fine. That's what matters most. Massengale tonight, shortstop is played all over the infield, it feels like, as Leach trying to get her visor back on. But for Massengale, the Tennessee Westland product comes to the plate. The first one outside, 2-0. Can give you one statistic at this point. The Bandits sit at 500 this season. They now have the second best run differential after the Smokies' loss earlier today. So the next one stays low, 3-0 to Massengale. They have the best run against number this season. They've given up 76 runs. The next closest is the Smoky Mountain Rain. They've given up 95. The next one down and in for a strike, 3-1. The Bandits also have the second most runs for. They have 96. They are second behind the Smokies at 119. They have 5 more than the Rain as the next one stays down low for ball 4. And Massengale able to reach with a walk. Second base runner allowed today by Leach, and now a runner on with 1 away for Dallas Wagoneer. So, for the Bandits, you've had a really good season. You've given up the least amount of runs out of anybody. You've scored the second amount of runs, and yet you sit at a 500 record. Granted, it is good for a 500 record, as this one's bunted to the third base side. Rasta first in time. A great bunt attempt from Wagoneer, but now 2 away and a runner at second. As Massengale's able to advance, and a good throw by Ross. So now Massengale to second, 2 away, and it brings up Addie Lewis. So now the Saudi Daisy native who attended Chattanooga Christian School comes up. First pitch outside, first strike, 0-1. Tonight's right fielder. As I said, she was at second earlier. She is in right field today. Mila Harder is the one at second base. Next pitch to Lewis. Hits it back up the middle. Shortstop side. Fox has got it to first in time. That'll end the top of the second. No hits, no errors. 1 walk allowed. Leaves the runner stranded. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score here between the Bandits and the Choos from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back for in just a moment as the Choos come up to hit. Still tied at 0 apiece with the Bandits. Bottom of the second inning. Still no score here through the top of 2. Lindsey Henson will step across from Ariana Clark for the first time today as the Arlington, Virginia native comes to the plate. Headed off to Gannon University next season. It's the first pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. So it'll be 4, 5, and 6 coming to the plate now for the Choos. Clark, Cunningham, and Andrews. It'll be Deanna Cunningham stepping in with Macy Andrews in center for the Choos today. 1-0 to Clark. Down and in first strike, 1-1. And finally, now I get my stats page to load. It only took it however long. Now for Clark, a .356 average for her. 17th game played, 11 RBIs, 16 hits, a .408 on-base percentage. She is one of the few Choos players with over 1,000 OPS. Granted, she's one of the few players in the league with over 1,000 OPS. But that one bounces in the dirt now, 2-1. She now has 4 doubles on the season and 3 home runs. Her 7 extra bases has been one of the league leaders as well. She has been one of the biggest bright spots for this Choos offense, a team that has been in need of it at times. 2-1. Off speed outside, 3-1. Excuse me, it should be 3-1. She thought that was ball 4. I thought she puts her hands up and says, "That's my bad. I thought that was ball 4. It is 3-1. She had me confused for a moment there. 3-1 now to Clark. Henson comes back up. Nobody out, nobody on. Next pitch comes up, and that one's ball 4. So now she can go back down to first. So Clark, Leach. Goodness me. Clark reaches first on the walk, a leadoff walk for her. She'll sub out now for Ross as the pinch runner. So Clark gives a little bit of intel to Cunningham, who steps up for the first time today in a Choos uniform. She had a heck of a day earlier. She is now hitting over 300 for the first time this year. See the first pitch from Henson down and away for a ball, 1-0. So Cunningham, who came in earlier today, stepped in for the Smokies. For Watson at first base in the 5th inning, picked up 2 singles. Was able to bring around a run during that 5th inning, but the Smokies did end up falling. Next pitch, fouls it off, now 1-1. She actually, would have helped tally some runs for the Smoky Mountain Rain. She was able to bring in both the runners that she had in front of her on the base paths. But now 1-1 the count to her. Ross at first, good speed, can take second if given the chance. 1-1, fouls it off. Cunningham now on the season, a .304 average. At one point was hitting below 160, 5 RBIs, 14 hits for her, a .373 on-base percentage, 720 OPS, 2 doubles. Her lone extra base hits this year. She has really turned around at the plate. 1-2. Stays high in the zone. 2-2 now the count to the Knights catcher. Primarily has been used as a shortstop, as well as middle infielder for the Rain. She now is behind the plate today. 2-2. Comes in and gets her. It'll be a hit by pitch. And now runners at second and first with nobody out. Just caught her on that left arm. And now 2 on with nobody out for Macy Andrews, who just moments ago in game 1 picked up a double and a walk to her name. She did strike out twice and sacrifice bunted, but now an infield chat here as Henson will have a moment to talk it over with her teammates. Just trying to see if she could settle in here now after getting a very clean first inning. She now has walked one and hit a batter. She did have an inning of work earlier today for the Smokies. Again, gave up 2 hits and a run in that top of the 7th inning. After she gave up that single to Strickland and then the single to Watson, a pass ball allowed all the runners to advance. Balcom was able to ground out to get a run in and then struck out the next 2. She now comes up second and first, nobody out against Andrews. Andrews bunts, good one down the third base line. Harvey's got it, throw to first, not in time. An infield single and a beauty by Macy Andrews. And now the base is loaded with nobody out. thing was laid perfectly down the third base line. Did not show it until the very last moment, and now it brings up Horner with 4 home runs this season. First pitch inside for a strike, 0-1. Horner in her first time in a Choos or for the Choos, I should say, this season. 286 average for her, 11 RBIs, 400 on the dot on base percentage. She'll take a big hack at the low fastball, 0-2. Riley Demers would hit next, and then Frankie Martins if given the chance, barring a double or a triple play somehow. 0-2 to Horner. Stays high, 1-2. Horner this year, a 995 OPS. First time she's dipped below 1,000. Still 4 homers and a double to her name. 1-2. Skies it. Up and out of play. Still 1-2. So Ross now at third, stepping in for Clark after the leadoff walk. A hit by pitch to Cunningham places her at second. And an infield single on the bunt, a beauty, down the third baseline by Andrews, has loaded the bases with nobody out. Off-speed swung on and missed, strike 3, 1 away. Second strikeout of the afternoon now for Horner. It's still morning, I guess, but you know what I mean. About 10 minutes till noon. Now Riley Demers comes up for the first time. We'll take the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. So Demers, today's first baseman, stepped in earlier for the Smokies. Now comes up for the first time today. Earlier went 0 for 3. Next pitch down low, 2-0. She flew out to short twice and grounded out to the pitcher. When she swings the bat, she swings it hard. A 227 average for her. 10 RBIs on 10 hits, a 346 on base percentage. The 2-0. Skies this one straight up into the air. Henson going to allow Agonier to take it at home plate. She'll make the grab, out number 2. And now it brings up Frankie Martins with the bases loaded and now 2 away. And Henson, an opportunity to get out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. As Martins comes up a 281 on-base percentage, an RBI and a hit for her this season. It's primarily been playing first base and right field. When she's not on the mound, as she'll see the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. So once again, Ross at third, Cunningham at second, Andrews at first. You put one in the outfield, you're going to score 2. 0-1 is swung on and missed. 0-2. Ross is going to try and break for the plate. The throw is going to beat her home. That'll be out number 3. So a caught stealing essentially for Ross as the pick off to third. She breaks for the plate and the throw back from Harvey's in time. We go to the top of the third. A walk, a hit by pitch, and a single leaves them loaded as Ross gets caught trying to break for the plate. We go to the top of the third inning. No score here after 2. Bandits come back up to hit. As the Choos and Bandits sit tied here from Andy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the third inning, no score here between the Bandits and the Choos early in this one. These two teams continue to battle it out here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. No score here after 2. It'll be the 9-hole hitter Ryan Presswood coming out to the mount or coming up to the plate here tonight. As the first baseman steps up for the first time today from Walker Valley High School. First pitch from Leach, she'll sky it. First base side, Demers is there, out number 1. So first pitch, first out. And now it brings up the top of the order as Abby Fairs comes to the plate. 10th game played in a Bandits uniform and has been one of the best hitters now this season. 33 appearances at the plate, a .531 average, sits second behind Brianna Warren. She'll hit this one third base side, it's foul, 0-1. Fairs grounded out to shortstop her last time up on the year. A .531 average, 17 hits. Puts her at a tie for 9th with Lauren Jamerson. A .545 on-base percentage. Hits this one. Drive to center field. Andrews back to the wall. She's got it and makes the grab. 2 away. Kind of leaped for that one as that thing was soaring towards the top of her head. Able to reach up and grab it in time. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Now it brings up Reagan Wall, one of the best hitters this year. First one high for a ball 1-0. So Reagan Wall, who flew out to center her last time up again, headed off to Georgia Tech from James Madison University. .469 average, puts her 4th this season. She'll chop it, third base side. Ross has got it, throws to first, is in time. That will end the inning. We go to the bottom half of the third. No score between the Bandits and the Choos here from Mandy Greenmont Field. Northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Choos will come up to hit once more. This has been a quick one going, it feels like already. Knock on wood, of course. But these two teams continue to battle it out here for the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment for the bottom of the third inning. Choos head back to the plate. Bandits will head out to the field. We'll be back in just a moment. Bottom of the third inning, no score between the Bandits and the Nooga Choos here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. Frankie Martins comes back to the plate. She went down 0-2 in the count, and then Cassidy Ross, unfortunately for her, got caught stealing home plate, which ended that bottom of the second inning with the bases loaded. So now it brings up Frankie Martins once again. She'll chop this one hard down the third base side. It goes over the head of Harvey and in the left. A base hit for Martins. And a leadoff single for the first baseman on one of the weirdest hits you're going to see. She chopped that perfectly over the tall third baseman, Harvey. And that's not an easy thing to do. Harvey stands at about 6 foot something and just chops it over her head. And now it brings up Ross for the second time today. She'll tap it towards the mound. Henson will take it, throws to first in time, 1 away. Martins does advance to second base. So call it a swing and sacrifice bunt, essentially, from Ross. And now it brings up Fowler for the second time today. A ground out to second for her. Fowler, a 275 hitter entering in on the day, 12 RBIs, a 309 on base, 760 OPS. She's the only hitter this season, as that one stays outside for a ball, to have a double, a triple, and a home run. Nobody else this year, I believe, just yet has all three. Except for now Amori Burke, who had one earlier today. She is the only other one other than Fowler. That one stays down low, 2-0. So only two players this year have a triple, a homer, and a double. Fowler and Burke are the only two. Outside of that, Fowler also has 4 doubles on the season. She'll see this one low in the zone for a strike, 2-1. Fowler's 4 doubles also sits her tied for 7th this year. She now has a runner at scoring position with 1 away. And skies this one foul for 2-2. Ella Fox would hit next, grounded out the first, her last time up. Again, had 2 home runs earlier today for the Smokies when she stepped in. 3 RBIs in that matchup, a solo and a 2-run shot. 1 to center field and 1 to right. 2-2 to Fowler. Off speed, hits it back up the middle, it's into center field. They're going to hold Martins at third. Runners at the corners with 1 away. Another base hit for Fowler. Ducks on the pond for Ella Fox, the dangerous shortstop. And a new bucket for Martins at third. I think she was wearing Ariana Clark's helmet. She had to go get Riley Demers as Clark would hit next. And obviously if Fox gets out and Martins is still stuck at third base, Clark kind of needs a helmet. So Fox now comes up with 1 away and runners at the corners. First pitch sees it high for ball 1. Fowler will make it into second base standing with no throw. So now second and third on the stolen base. No double play chance now. Ella Grace Harvey in. Presswood a step in front of first. 1-0, skies it, shallow right center field, trying to get down. It will get down, a base hit for Fox. Here comes Martins to score. Bandits take a lead 1-0. It is the Choos. I don't know why I said the Bandits. It is the Choos take a 1-0 lead. Ella Fox with another RBI today. A single to right center field drops in. Fowler advances to third, and now it brings up the dangerous Ariana Clark. A 1-0 lead for the Nooga Choos here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Clark is fouled off for 0-1. So Fox now most likely going to take off here on the next pitch. She was going to on the last one. She'll most likely see the next pitch and fly on that one. Fox now RBI number 9 on the season. Next pitch to Clark, down and in for a ball. Fox is going to get into second base standing with no throw. Another stolen base. A 1-1 count now. With runners at second and third and still only 1 out. Henson now in a bit of a pickle here, facing off against Clark. 1-1 skies it. Shortstop side. There is Massengale. That's out number 2. Now it brings up Cunningham. Hit by pitch, was able to advance to second. Couldn't get any further, unfortunately, though. Had an outstanding day earlier when she played for the Reign. First pitch up and in the zone. Ball 1. Now to Cunningham. Again, hit by a pitch earlier. Got to second base. Could not get any further, though. Earlier today, coming in relief of Watson, picked up 2 singles, including an RBI to her name. Hitting over 300 on the year for the former UCF Black Knights. Sees that one high for 2-0. And as of recently, committed to Memphis University. So she continues her Division I career. Headed off to Memphis next year. From Pearson, Florida, the rising senior. 2-0 from Henson. Chops it, third base side. Harvey's got it. She'll make the throw to first. Breaking for the plate is Fowler. The runner at first is out. That will end the inning. So gives up 1 is Henson. Does leave runners at second and third. 3 hits, no errors made. We go to the top of the 4th. 1-0 now your lead. The Choos have taken the advantage here. The Bandits will try and see if they can respond in the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 now your score. The Nooga Choos take the lead over the Bandits. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th inning here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, here in the Scenic City Collegiate League on Day 17, Game 2. We'll be right back after this quick break. Top of the 4th inning we go. Bandits down to the Choos 1-0, as it'll be 3, 4, and 5 coming up to the plate for the Bandits here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Amanda Ray Leach trying to see if she can get through 4 cleanly. As first pitch now for Mylan Harder will be down in the zone for a ball, 1-0. Harder in her second appearance in a Bandits uniform, or second appearance at the plate in a Bandits uniform. Her first game played, again, from Chatham County Central. The next one down in the zone once more, 2-0. She had a a 2-out double in her first appearance at the plate when she put it right down that first base line. Demers couldn't dive to grab it in time for the rising senior in high school. Sees the next one high and out of the zone, 3-0. Her sister, funny enough, Macy Harder, is a rising junior at Middle Tennessee State. Next one out and away, ball 4. Harder sees a 4-pitch walk and will reach for the second time today. This time a leadoff walk puts her on first with nobody out. It brings up Henson, who lined out to center fielder last time up. So the dangerous Lindsey Henson enters in on the day. 7th in batting average, 422 for her. 19 RBIs, most in the league this season. See the first pitch outside for a strike, 0-1. Most home runs and most RBIs, 19 RBIs, 6 home runs, a .460 on-base percentage, a 1304 OPS. See the next one outside for 1-1. For Henson this year, that OPS sits her just behind Alyssa Balcom and Brianna Warren. She also has a double this season. 19 hits to her 19 RBIs, is now ahead in the count at 2-1. Leach entering into this ball game, been dealing with a hand injury before, only had 16 innings pitched this season. Next one outside for a strike, 2-2. 16 innings pitched, an 8.14 ERA, 5 strikeouts, and a 196 whip. She's been dealing with a hand injury that had kept her limited, had played some corner outfield spots as well. She has been outstanding here today for the Choos. Now skies this one out to deep left center field. Andrews trying to be there. She will be out number 1. Back-to-back lineouts to center for Henson. Now 1 away with a runner still at first, as it brings up Ella Grace Harvey, who flew out to center field her last time up. So for Harvey, tonight's third baseman, has played a little bit of shortstop as well. One of the lead hitters this season. 10th this year in batting average, a .396 average for her. 13 RBIs, 21 hits. This one's down and away and gets away from the catcher. Harder will make it into second base standing. So 1-0 the count now to Harvey, as Harder is able to get into second base on the pass ball. Harvey this year, 21 hits, a .407 on base. He's the next one outside for a strike, 1-1. Harvey as well, a .973 OPS, 6 doubles, and a home run for her. But a finally break off with a home run. She had hit the ball super hard this year, as that one stays down in her anchors for 2-1. She had just been lacing that ball, but just could not seem to get one over the fence. She finally did more recently, but now the 2-1. Hits it hard, right field, trying to be there as Martin's charging in. She'll make the grab, 2 away. Martins was playing deep in right field there. Knew that Harvey had that extra base power, able to charge in to make the grab. Martins still stranded at second and now 2 away. Tatum Massengale, who reached on a walker last time up. First pitch from Leach stays down in the zone for 1-0. Massengale again from Tennessee Westland comes up to the plate the second time today. See the next one out and away. Throw down to second's a good one. Not in time as Fowler could not make it to the bag. A good throw down by the catcher in Cunningham, but not able to keep the runner there. Next pitch to Massengale. Hits it back up the middle. Fox is there. Picks it up for first. Out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th. A walk, no hits, no errors. The runner gets left stranded. The Choo-Choos still lead over the Bandits 1-0. We go to the bottom half of the 4th. Still the Choo-Choos lead as they'll head back up to hit. Here from Andy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 your score. The Choo-Choos still lead over the Bandits here as we go into this bottom of the 4th inning from Mandy Greenmont Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. Watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. For those just tuning in, Choo-Choos now lead 1-0. They have out-hit the Bandits 4-1. It'll be Macy Andrews, Maria Horner, and Riley Demers coming up to the plate. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Center fielder, left fielder, and first baseman. Andrews already a bunt single today as we have a new pitcher now on the mound. Henson and Presswood will change positions, so Presswood now comes out in relief of Henson. So just a change up of positions here, really. She'll now step up to the mound. Henson will head over to first base, her primary spot. So Henson goes 3 innings, gives up 4 hits, 1 run. Strikes out 2 and walks 1. Her 1 run given up is an earned one. The first pitch from Presswood down in the dirt for ball 1. So Ryan Presswood comes in to start us off here. As Henson faces 14 batters, only needs 44 pitches on the day. Andrews comes up and skies this one out to right field. There is Addie Lewis. That'll be out number 1. So 2 pitches to get the out of Macy Andrews on the line out to right. Now it brings up Horner, who went down on strikes her last time up. So for Presswood coming in now, the UTEP commit headed off to the University of Texas El Paso next year. We'll have this one driven left center field. Horner, goodbye. Homer for Horner to left center field, and a 2-0 lead for the Choos. Fifth home run of the season for Horner. She now has 2nd place this season, and another run comes through for the Choos. Horner now with her 6th extra base hit of the season, her 5th home run, 12th RBI. And now it brings up Riley Demers with 1 away and nobody on, and a 2-0 lead. It's now Maria Horner takes left center field. Almost put it all the way up that hillside in left center, but now it brings up Demers, 0 for 1, who popped out to the catcher last time up. First pitch down in the dirt, 1-0, as Presswood just trying to settle in. Got the line out for Macy Andrews, but then gives up the home run on the season for Presswood. 29 innings pitched, a 7.64 ERA. It's her within that top 10, 12 strikeouts. Now a drive by Riley Demers. The left gets down, base hit. That'll be the first knock for Demers on the day. A single to left field. And now a runner on with 1 away. So now Frankie Martins comes up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single this time. Last time she came up in that bottom of the 3rd, was able to just chop it over the head of Harvey and was able to score the first run of the game on the single from Ella Fox. Demers now at first. Presswood in relief of Henson. The next pitch. Up in the zone for a ball. 1-0. Ooh, boy, that one was a bit squeezed on the upper half at least. Martins now from Hooker, Oklahoma, comes up for the 2nd time today. It's the 1-0 out and away, 2-0. Martins, today's right fielder from Dodge City Community College, comes up once more. Presswood again, just trying to settle in here. Next one swung on and missed, 2-1. Presswood again from Walker Valley High School. The next one just high, 3-1. Upper half of the zone's not looking very good for your pitcher here today, it looks like. As Martin's trying to see if she can get herself on here with 1 out and a runner at first. Next one down low, ball 4, and she will do exactly that. 2nd and 1st with 1 away, and for the 2nd time today, Martins has reached. Now it brings up Ross, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to the mound. Collection of hits for her earlier this week on that 3rd, where she had a triple and 3 singles. Went 4 for 5. But entering in on the day now for Ross. A 276 average for her. 7 RBI, 16 hits, a 311 on-base percentage. The only player with multiple triples this season. She'll see the first one outside for ball 1. 1-0 up in the zone for a strike, 1-1. And for Ross, has struck out looking the first time and grounded out to the mound. The utility player, the ultimate utility player, has played on the mound, behind the plate, infield, outfield. She'll line this one to the outfield. This gets down for a base knock. Demers got stuck though at 3rd, so the throw comes in. She's out at 3rd. A beautiful outfield assist by the center fielder, Reagan Wall, and now 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Demers thought that Wall was going to make the grab in center. She gets cut down. So Ross reaches. Martins will go to 2nd. Now it brings up Fowler, a single already for her today. First pitch seen outside for a strike, 0-1. A single and a stolen base. She brought around, or excuse me, got on to put Martins to third and then got all the way to third. Now she drives this one deep to left center, all the way to the wall. It will go. Home run! 5-0. The Choo-Choos find 4 in the bottom of the fourth, and another home run for Christian Fowler. Second home run of the year for her. Another 3-run shot, funny enough. And now 5-0 your lead for the Choo-Choos. And now it brings up Ella Fox. 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out to first. That's Fowler with yet another home run. Second of the year. And now 15 RBIs on the season. She has now propelled herself into 4th place. First pitch to Fox comes way up and in, ball 1. So Fowler, who entered in on the day, just outside the top 5, now puts herself just behind Tatum McCool. And now Fox drives this one deep out to right field. This ball's gonna go! Another home run for the Choo-Choos. Third home run of the day for Ella Fox. First one in a Choo-Choos uniform. And now back-to-back homers makes it 6-0. A 5-run bottom of the 4th inning. And now it brings up Clark for the 3rd time today as Presswood just trying to get out of this inning. Another homer for Ella Fox. And now for her, 10 RBIs on the season and another extra base hit. Now Clark drives this one out to left field. It'll be there, though, as Abby Fairs. That will end the inning. Five hits, no errors. 5 runs come around to score. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Choo-Choos now lead 6-0. As we go to the top half of the frame, we'll see if Mandy Ray Leach will get another inning of work here in just a moment. 6-0. Now your score. The Choo-Choos have found the home run ball here in the 4th inning. We'll be right back after this quick break from Mandy Greenman Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Top of the 5th inning. Choo-Choos now lead 6-0. A 5-run bottom of the 4th. A 3-homer inning has given the Choo-Choos a 6-run lead. As Amanda Ray Leach comes back out for another inning of work, she'll face off against 7, 8, and 9 Dallas Wagoneer, Addie Lewis, and Ryan Presswood. As the first pitch to Wagoneer is in the dirt for ball 1. She had a sacrifice bunt earlier in this ball game. She comes up for the 2nd time today. Comes in with a 216 average, only 1 RBI, but a 326 on-base percentage. She drives this one now to shallow center field and ends up in the infield instead. Fowler is there for out number 1. Now it brings up Addie Lewis for the second time today. 205 average for her entering into the day. Grounded out to short her last time up. 271 on-base percentage, a 475 OPS. No extra base hits of her 9 hits just yet this season. First one stays high for a ball 1-0. So Lewis, the utility player, comes up again. Presswood would hit next, the new pitcher for this Bandit squad. The 1-0 stays high. 2-0 now as Leach, possibly one of her best outings this year, has allowed 3 base runners, 2 walks, and a hit. All the runners she's allowed. Knock on wood for her, of course. Through 4 1/3 inning of work. Next one stays in the dirt, 3-0. And I may have just jinxed her. Now for Lewis, headed off to Lee University next year, the Division II school. Utility player from the Saudi Daisy area, attended Chattanooga Christian School. Rio's called a strike, 3-1. As the Mississippi native now on the mound once more. Trying to see what she can do here into her 5th inning of work. Next pitch, called a strike, 3-1 or 3-2, and Lewis disagrees with that one. A little head shake, but she'll step back in. 1 out, nobody on, 6-0. Choos now lead here in the top of the 5th over the Bandits. The 3-2. Hits it shortstop side. Fox has got it. Throws to first in time. Out number 2. Now it brings up Brian Presswood, who flew out to first base her last time up. For Leach now, the rising junior from Newton, Mississippi. Spent the last 2 years at East Central Community College. The first pitch down in the zone for ball 1. For Leach last year, 14 appearances, had 3 starts for the physical therapy major. We'll see the 1-0. Stay high, 2-0 the count. Trying to see if she can make it through 5, the longest she's gone this season. Last year, though, at Eastern Triple C, went 34 1/3 inning of work, a 3.86 ERA, a 122 whip, hits it shortstop side. Fox got it deep in the hole, throw to first is not in time. Oh, a highlight reel play if Fox would have been able to gun it down, but an infield single for Presswood with 2 away. Oh, it was a bang-bang play at first, but I think it was the right call. If Fox would have made that one, that would have been Jeter-like. Now it brings up Abby Ferris, tonight's left fielder, 0 for 2. The ground out in the line out, hits it off the end of the bat to first. Demers has got it. That'll be out number 3. And that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 6-0 your score. The Choos lead. A hit is left stranded for the Bandits as they'll head back out to the field and try and see if they can settle down and keep this to a 6-0 deficit. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Bandits head back out to the field. Choos come back up to hit. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 coming up here in just a moment. Here from Andy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. Bottom of the 5th inning, 6-0 your score. The Choos lead over the Bandits as Manta Ray Leach will now have to come in and hit. Deanna Cunningham now out of this game. Clark now behind the plate for her. Leach will step in now and see the first pitch down low for ball 1. So we'll have a couple of changes here. Leach will end her night at 5 innings of work. She'll now head into right field. Frankie Martins will head to the mound in the top of the 6th inning. Leach will come in to hit now for the likes of Cunningham. She'll now move to the bench as Clark will be now behind the plate. And Leach will single into right field. Help yourself out, Miss Pitchers. You'll put yourself into right field with a single to right. Now we have a couple of changes as well here for the Bandits. It'll be now Lindsey Henson behind the plate. Harder now moves to first. Massengale now stands at second as Macy Andrews will take this pitch and foul it off for 0-1. So new changes now as well for the Bandits. So Wagoneer now moves from behind the plate to second. Harder will move from second to first, and now Henson moves from first base to behind the plate. And now Andrews hits this one back up the middle. Got a piece of it with Presswood. Now to second. Not going to be in time. An infield single as the second baseman Wagoneer wasn't there to cover in time. Presswood got a piece of it. The shortstop and Massengale got a hold of it, but by the time she could try and make a play, it was too late. So now second and first with nobody out, and it brings up Horner. First pitch called a strike, 0-1. Horner already a solo home run to left center earlier. Struck out swinging her first time up. The Miamisburg, Ohio native. 0-1 just outside, 1-1. As Presswood now just trying to settle in, gives up back-to-back singles. She's been hard hit over the last 2 days, just trying to see if she can get through it here. Next one just outside a strike, 1-2. And now the runners advance. Throwback to the mound into second safely as Andrews, a double steal. And now runners at second and third with still nobody out. Now Horner laces this one out to right center field. Addie Ferris will be there, out number 1. Both runners advance. The throw to the plate's a good one, not in time. Another run will score. 7-0, the Choos lead. Horner with a sacrifice fly, puts a runner at third, now with 1 out. That's the first pitch now to Riley Demers is fouled off for 0-1. So Demers comes up a single already for her today. She got out at third, though, on the putout from Reagan Wall. And now Andrews at third with 1 out. Next pitch out and away, 1-1. So Leach comes in to score on the sacrifice fly. Martins will hit next, the new pitcher soon to be. It's the 1-1. Down and in, got by the likes of Demers on the kneecaps. It will be a hit by pitch, and now runners at the corners with 1 away. So Demers able to draw a walk on the hit by pitch, and now runners at the corners with 1 out as Martins comes up. The soon-to-be new pitcher, a walk and a single. She has scored twice today. And now she'll chop this. Third base side. Is that a fair ball? It will be called foul, 0-1. So 1 for 1 is Martins today. Has reached twice. The right fielder, soon-to-be pitcher, coming in relief of Leach in the top of the 6th. That's what we've been told. The 0-1 fouls it off, 0-2. Cassidy Ross would hit next if given the chance, barring a double play. Andrews at third, Demers at first. 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Again, new players on the field here for the Bandits. I shouldn't say new players, but new positions, as now Henson behind the plate moves from the mound to first to behind the plate. She has played 1 through 3. As the next pitch swung on and missed, strike 3, 2 away. Martins goes down on strikes for the first time today. But Presswood already on the mound for a second inning. Dallas Wagoneer now at second. And Mila Harder now at first base. And now 2 outs with runners at the corners for Ross. A single already for her today. As she put that one back up the middle that Reagan Wall then gunned out Demers at third on. She has grounded out to the pitchers and struck out looking as well. As the ultimate utility player at third base today, she has played infield, outfield, on the mound, behind the plate. Could not ask her to be anywhere else. She'll hit this one now left field side. That ball's going to get down. Andrews is going to score. 8-0. The Choo-Choos lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Ross able to put on another hit, and another run scores. Demers able to get into second base. Now first and second for Fowler. Already a 3-run homer. She'll drive this one down the left field line. Just foul. 0-1 as Fowler 2 for 3 on the day. A ground out to start before a single and a stolen base. A 3-run homer, her second of the year. In her last appearance, the 0-1. Sees it outside 1-1. Fowler, today's second baseman, has been a major part of this offense for the Choo-Choos. Next one's outside and away, 2-1. Fowler from Trenton, Georgia, the rising senior. Last year was at the University of West Georgia alongside her teammate Ross at first. Next one drives it foul, 2-2. For Fowler, though, last season played in 31 games, got 12 starts to her name. 4 of her 9 hits were for extra bases. Previously attended Cleveland State, the JUCO school, before going D1, where she hit almost 450. Now she slashes one into right field, a base hit. Demers is going to try and score. It gets past the likes of Addie Lewis and right. Here comes Ross as well. She was going to blow through the stop sign. She'll make her way into third base standing. Another run scores, 9-0. And now second and third with 2 away. So Fowler with a single is able to advance to second on the air, and now Demers comes in. It brings up Ella Fox with a home run and a single already today. First pitch on the outer half, a strike, 0-1. Ella Fox technically on this day has 3 home runs. She hit 2 earlier today for the Smokies. She has 1 today for the Choo-Choos, so that one sits high and away for 1-1. She has been nothing short of outstanding at the plate. Next one, outside once more, 2-1. She went 2 for 4 with those 2 home runs in the Smokies v. Reign game. She comes up now 2 for 3. She's now 4 for 7 on the day with 3 home runs. She'll drive another one into right field. That ball's going to go to the wall. Both runs are going to score. Fox into second base. She's going to make it standing. 11-0. The Choo-Choos offense is alive and well. 7th double of the year for Fox. She now ties Alyssa Balcom for first place and a 5-run bottom of the 5th. And now it brings up Clark, who's 0 for 2 with a walk today. First pitch up in the zone's a strike, 0-1. Clark ended that 4th inning on the line out to left. She flew out to short and has reached on a walk. 0-1. Fouls it off for 0-2 for the Arlington native, who has surprisingly been one of the few players today without a hit. Actually, at this rate, she is the only one without a hit. Next pitch skies it. Second base side. Making her way forward is Wagoneer. She'll make the grab. That'll be out number 3. Five hits, 1 error. A runner does get left stranded. 5 runs come around. 11-0. The Choo-Choos offense is here, ladies and gentlemen. From Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee, 11-0 your lead. The Choo-Choos have it over the Bandits here for the Scenic City Collegiate League in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. We'll be right back after this quick break for the top of the 6th inning. top of the 6th inning, 11-0 now your score. The Choos lead over the Bandits after ending the month of June and going into the month of July, scoring 3 runs in 3 games. On the 3rd, and now today, they have scored a combined 22 runs here through 12 innings of play. They scored 11 to beat the Smokies on Thursday. They have scored 11 today to lead 11-0 over the Bandits. New pitcher on the mound now, Frankie Martins, will come up against Reagan Wall. As the first pitch on the other half is called a strike for 0-1. So Wall 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out to third. Martins comes in for the first time today. Leach will move out to right field. Everybody else stays in their same position. Clark's now behind the plate. As now this one skied out to right field. Leach will be there for out number 1. So she'll get tested early. She's able to make the grab for out number 1. So we do have a couple of changes. Christian Fowler now moves to third base. Cassidy Ross will now move to second, so they'll just trade positions essentially. So Fowler now with third, Ross at second. Martin's now in relief. He's got out number 1. First pitch outside for a ball 1-0. So now it brings up Mylan Harder, a double and a walk for her today. She has had 1 of the 2 hits and is 2 of the 4 base runners that the Bandits offense has been able to muster today. Next one sits out and away for ball 2. The sun fades away behind the clouds for us really quickly here, trying to let up on the heat. About to be 91 degrees today. It's been a hot one here once more in southern Tennessee. Now Mylan Harder sends one out to center field. Andrews will get underneath it. That will be out number 2. Back-to-back flyouts now brings up Henson. She is lined out to center fields both times she's come up. As now Martin's on the mound. 27 innings pitched. As that one stays high for ball 1. So a fly out to right and a fly out to center for Harder now. On the third pitch that she sees now brings us to a 2 outs. And nobody on base, and Henson now. See the first pitch down to the dirt for a ball. Henson now 2-0 the count in her favor. Nobody on, 2 away here in this top of the 6th inning. A fly out to right by Wall in the second pitch she sees, and the third pitch to Harder, flies out to center. Next one swung on and missed, 2-1. Ella Grace Harvey would hit next if given the chance. Martins, though, 27 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 267 whip, and a 8.56 ERA. She has at times struggled. Now has this one skied up and out of play for a foul ball, 2-2. On the season, I believe she has the lone save, funny enough, this year. So try and find it here for you all. Next pitch by Henson, driven out to left center field. That ball will be over the top of the wall. A solo home run, and the first run by the Bandits. 11-1, and a monster shot by Henson. A missile all the way up just short of the porch of the community center and left center. If that one wasn't 300 plus, I don't know what is. That is probably the furthest home run ball we have seen this year. And Henson collects number 17 on the season. Or excuse me, number 7 on the season. That's number 20 in RBIs. And now it brings up Ella Grace Harvey, who was flown out and lined out to center and right. As Henson gets the Bandits on the board. Again, number RBI 20, the most this year by 3 over anybody else. Her home run now puts her 2 above Amaria Horner, 7 on the year. And now it brings up Harvey, the Tennessee Tech commit. First pitch on the outer half called a strike, 0-1. So a Henson homer Another one this year brings up Harvey with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 6th. Martin's just trying to settle down here. After getting the first 2 outs, giving up the solo shot. Next one's down in the dirt for 1-1. So for the rising sophomore from Hooker, Oklahoma, at Dodge City Community College. Last year made 16 starts and had 77 innings pitched. Went 7-7. She pops this one now up to the second base side. Ross, the new second baseman's there. That'll be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. One hit, a solo home run by Lindsey Henson. Her 7th of the year. 20 RBIs on the season. She's the first to hit the mark. We go now to the bottom of the 6th. Choos come back up to bat. They lead by 10, 11-1 your score here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment. Bottom of the 6th inning, 11-1 your score. The Bandits find themselves down as they head back out to the field. Henson comes back to the mound, so Presswood goes 2 innings, gives up 9 hits, 10 runs. She now comes up and heads back over to first base. Harder will head back to second base, and Presswood, back to first, I should say. Wagoneer now goes behind the plate. As we come back now to Mandy Ray Leach, she'll see the first pitch inside for a strike, 0-1. So Leach, who started off that bottom of the 5th inning with a single, comes up for the second time today. As Henson, who pitched the first 3 innings, comes back in. Now Leach chops it, third base side. Harvey's got it, trying to make the quick throw to first. It will be in time, out number 1. Harvey had to move quickly and is able to gun down Leach for the first out of the inning. The Bandits just trying to keep themselves in it here. Now down 11-1. As Presswood tonight ends 2 innings pitched, 9 hits, 10 runs earned. A walk and a strikeout for her. Now Andrews drives this one. Left center field. That ball's gone. Another home run for the Choos. And Macy Andrews puts one over the left field fence. A Macy mash to left field. Her first of the day. Her 3rd hit of the afternoon. And a 12-1 lead for the Choos. And now it brings up Horner, who has a sacrifice fly and a solo home run already today. Take the first pitch outside from Henson for 0-1. Last time she saw Henson, she struck out swinging. Comes up once again. Another home run. 4 on the day for the Choos. They have scored 23 runs in their last 12 1/3 innings. Next one down and in for a strike, 0-2. After getting shut out and only scoring 3 runs from the 30th to the 2nd of July, they have found their offense here over the last 2 days. Next one is swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 away. Warner goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Another strikeout for Henson. As now it brings up the 8-hole hitter in Riley Demers, who flew out to the catcher last time she saw Henson. A single and a hit by pitch, though, makes her 1 for 2. The Lees McRae product, the Division II Skull, sees the first pitch outside for ball 1. So Demers, tonight's first baseman, comes up for the 4th time today. Frankie Martins would hit next if given the chance to the new pitcher. Gave up that solo home run to Henson. Our furthest one we've seen is that one comes in and clips Demers again. 2nd time she's reached on a hit by pitch today. And now a runner on with 2 outs. So 2nd time now Riley Demers has been hit by a pitch. As Brown brings up the Oklahoma native for the 4th time today. She is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. First pitch down and away for a strike, 0-1. She walked in the 4th inning. She got that leadoff single in the 3rd. That got the first run of the game on the board for the Choos. She then came around and scored as well in that 4th inning. Next pitch is swung on and missed, 0-2. Henson now just trying to get out of this inning after giving up the solo shot to Macy Andrews. Her 2nd of the season. 0-2. Outside, can't get Martins to chase. 1-2 now the count to the Oklahoma native at the plate. Demers at first after the hit by pitch. 2nd time today she's been hit by a pitch. 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that will end the inning. 1 hit and a hit by pitch does leave a runner stranded. 2 strikeouts in the inning, though. Henson's able to get through it. We go to the top of the 7th. 12-1 now your score. The Choos offense is up and rising, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the top of the 7th here from Mandy Greenmont Field in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back in just a moment here as the Bandits come back up to hit. Choos go back out to the field for the top of the 7th. Top of the 7th inning, we go. Bandits down 12-1. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 coming up as Tatum Massengale, Dallas Wagoneer, and Addie Lewis trying to see if they can make a comeback of the ages here. As Frankie Martin's trying to go her 2nd inning of work. First pitch stays high for Massengale, 1-0. She's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out today to shortstop. Comes up for her 3rd appearance. 1-0. The other half for a strike, 1-1. So for Massengale again, the Tennessee Westland native. Tonight, shortstop once more. Played all over the infield for this squad from Hickson, Tennessee, just down the road. Hits it, shortstop side. Fox has got it, throws to first in time, out number 1. One away now here in the top of the 7th inning. Brings up the catcher, Dallas Wagoneer. A sacrifice bunt and a fly out to second. Her last 2 times up. That's the Division II product from Newberry College. Comes the plate once more from Chickamauga, Georgia. Just 30 minutes south of here. Next one's high and away for a ball, 1-0. Actually, I'm thinking of the wrong place. I don't think that's Chickamauga that I was thinking of. I think Chickamauga was the place that's actually about 20 minutes southeast of here. I'm thinking of the wrong place entirely. The 1-0 comes down and in, 2-0 now. As Wagoneer trying to see what she could do here, the Division II product. The rising sophomore, who attended Gordon Lee High School before heading off to the Division II school last year. Had 7 starts in her 8 games played. The 2-0 drives this one out to right field. Leach will be there, out number 2. Now it brings up Addie Lewis. 2 groundouts to shortstop. Trying to see if she can keep the Bandits alive. The last hope here, down 12-1 in the top of the 7th. It's the Lee University commit to the plate. First pitch to Martins, drives it out to deep left center field, all to the way to the wall. It'll be off the wall. It's extra bases for Lewis. Quickly, the throw comes in for Andrews. She almost airmails it. It'll be a double for Lewis with 2 away. Put a good drive into that one. Gets her first extra base hit of the season. A double to left center. About a foot short of a home run. And now it brings up Presswood with 2 outs and a runner on. Presswood from Cleveland, Tennessee. 1 for 2 on the day with a single. A fly out to first. First pitch skies it. Shortstop side. Fox is there. Book it. Choos with another monster win. 12-1 the final. The Choos break it open once again. And now 3 teams sit below 500. That'll end it here. 12-1 the final. The Choos take it over the Bandits. As Mandy Ray Leach gets herself her first win of the season. She will take it here. She goes 5 innings, gives up 2 walks and 2 hits, does not allow a single earned run, does not strike anybody out, but takes the victory here tonight. She goes 5 complete. Frankie Martins will go 2 innings pitched, gives up 2 hits and a run. She gives up the solo shot, but does not walk anybody, does not strike out anybody in her 8 batters that she faced. As Leach will take the win. Fortunately for Henson, she will take the loss. She goes 3 innings of work to start, comes back in and throws a 4th, but goes 3 innings, gives up 4 hits, 1 run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Presswood comes in relief of her, gives up 2 innings of work and goes strikes out 1 and walks 1, but gives up 9 hits, 10 of those runs will score, all of them earned. Henson comes back in, goes an inning, and gives up a solo shot. So it'll be a total of 2 runs against Presswood, 5 hits total, a walk, and 4 strikeouts for her. As that will go ahead and end it here. So 12-1 the final. Bandits now at 8-9. They are still in second place. They are tied with the Choos at 8-9 apiece for both of them. Reigns sit just a game behind them at 7-10. Smokies still stand atop of top of the standings, 11-6. As that will go and end it here. The Choos now find themselves just 2 runs behind the Reign in terms of runs scored. They still sit in last, but trying to see if they can make a comeback here. They have won back-to-back. Bandits have now lost 3 straight. As that will end it here on the afternoon. Day 17 comes to a close. Bandits fall to the Choos 12-1. Thank everyone for tuning in here from Mandy Greenmont Field here in northern Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Nooga Choos taking on the Smoky Mountain Reign here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bandits and Smokies battle out at 11:30. Thank you for tuning in here. My name is Mason Shaw. It's been a pleasure to call for you all and hope to see you all tomorrow morning when these teams battle it out once more for Day 18 of this SCCL season.